Hey there, my fellow smelters, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story, Episode 10, Making Charcoal. Crucible time! Alright, so here's my cassiterite. So what I'm going to do is, I have... Oh, nice! 1330 of tin bronze ingots. So let's see if I can't have that be an even divisible by 100. And what I want to do is I want to use as little bronze as possible. Or as little, rather, tin as possible. Sorry for being confusing. So, I'll do 20 units of tin. And then do as much copper as I can. And then do another unit of tin. So I'm just trying to min-max the amount of tin that I get off of this. Okay, so it's 113 is the final stack. Got it. 109, 113. So that is as much as I can get with my current tin and copper. I think what I'm going to do is have it be even. So I'm going to do 111 of copper because I don't have use for a partial stack. I could pour it in an ingot mold for later, but this is okay. I'm okay with this. So there it is. There's my fire pit. If you take a look, the cassiterite and the native copper will smelt at 1084 Celsius. So then I need a fire source that can accomplish that. So that's the next problem. So I have brown coal, which is enough, but I don't have enough of it. I don't physically have a big enough stack of brown coal to probably get that to smelt down. And then peat over here, need light, is a 900 Celsius fuel source. I think the peat's this way, which means I'm going to need to make charcoal. And is that wolf looking for his friend? Yeah, probably. Use both. I could try to use the peat to bring it up to temperature, and then use the charcoal. I'll do that because that's cheaper, obviously, than making charcoal. But at some point, I'm just gonna have to make charcoal. Like, there's just not gonna be an option. It's gonna be like make charcoal or not progress anymore. So after I do this casting, what should I do next? That will be up to you. Do I have tongs? Yeah, no, I have tongs. Yeah, I have tongs. Okay. Needed to make sure. That'd be a really, really dumb way to fail. Oh, man, I am pouring everything on my lap today. Messy. Eating like a caveman. So I'm going to have to babysit this fire pit a little bit in order to make sure that it's managed and gets to be the right temperature. It's too bad I didn't get any fat off of that wolf, because then I could start making hides. So it's almost at temp now. Once it reaches 900 Celsius, and I know the pole's in the way, so I'm going to hide it. The pole's still up. You can still vote. It's just hidden. Once it's 900 Celsius, I'll swap out the fuel source to try to get it just hot enough. So 900 of it will be for the anvil. So let's actually figure out what I'm making. Maybe that would be a good idea. So I'm going to want the anvil for sure. That was voted on. And then I'll have 400 left over after that. And I think an axe would be a good idea. And then, well, I could just pour it into ingot molds and actually come up with what I actually want to make later. I don't need to make the decision now. So it could be, I'll probably do a pickaxe. And then I'll have 3 ingots. And the 3 ingots will allow me to just, like, form them later. So let's put those molds down now. And this is at 900. I'm going to keep burning peat to keep it up at temp because I'm just organizing the pour. So here is the anvil mold. It's funny to be living out of a tiny cave and, like, making bronze. It just feels weird. You know, I only have 2 ingot molds, I think. So I'll do maybe a prospecting pick as the other thing. Be gone, wooden bowl. Because my prospecting pick will... Maybe an axe. I'll do an axe. I'll do an axe because I think I'm going to need a lot of charcoal, and I'm going to go through a lot of axes if I don't do an axe. Okay, so we're good. I have everything laid out that I'm going to pour it into. I'm going to get my tongs and swap its fuel source. Brown coal's in now. Looks like you guys want me to build next, so that will be my priority once this is done. All right, here we go. Starting to burn the coal, bringing it up, and as soon as this hits 1084, it melts. So you'll see the temperature of the crucible here is climbing to the copper melting point, and then it becomes a liquid crucible of tin bronze. And I have my tongs in my offhand so that I don't burn the bejesus out of myself. Come on, do it. Do the thing. I'll probably need more coal. It might. If it does, I only really wasted 4 pieces of brown coal. And it's not going to be a big deal. But you might be right. That is exactly why I have access to a metal axe. Because I know the need for charcoal. Also have an idea. Reclaim my floor space. There's no functional reason why the square footage of my hovel was as small as it was. This hillside can accommodate more space for impromptu shelving. All right, we're down to the last brown coal. I don't know. We'll see. Now that weird, like, my head sticks out through the roof when I wake up will be resolved. Oh, we're upgrading our micro cave in a not important way. I'll check on the... I mean, I don't have any more fuel, so either it smelts or it doesn't, and there's very little I can do to affect the outcome. So we're almost down to our last piece. Whether it melts down or not, yet to be seen. Actually, that might be a bad idea. Having it next to a fuel source. Hey, how'd you burn your house down? Oh, I stacked my fuel next to my my fire. You know, the usual. There, now I have flowers in my home. We're fancy. Okay, well, as soon as this fire burns all the way down, if it's liquid, it's liquid. If it's not, it's not. I could try to pull metals out, but I would have to pull them out at the right ratios, which is, like, kind of impossible to do, so... If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Now, if I can't melt the metal, should I make a run of charcoal? Should I? Because you guys voted for me to build, but if I need more fuel, should I not build and just do more fuel? Yeah, I don't think it's melting down. Darn. God, it's so hot. It's piping hot. But nope. It did not manage. Okay, well, defeated I am. Wolfies are howling for revenge. I know. I had to kill... Nah, they attacked me. Well, actually, I attacked it. I was definitely the aggressor there. But it was stalking my home. It was trespassing. Uh-oh. Oh, no, it's just creepy music. What time is it? It's 10 in the morning? It's just dark as hell, because I only have one candle. Yeah, Mr. It rains infrequently. It's been freaking raining non-stop. Silly game. Alright, well, I'll just leave that in there. So, let's, I'll update my priority. Make charcoal. So this is not exactly the best way to go about it, but I like my charcoal pits not to have grassy green at the bottom of them. So I'm going to make my own charcoal pit. And I'm going to do a rather large run of charcoal, just so that I don't have to make it again anytime soon. Do one big batch, and then I'll be set for a long time. Is there some coal nearby? No, not that I know of. I would have grabbed it if I knew of any. So, talking about a charcoal pit, the way to be able to make charcoal is that you essentially bury a whole bunch of firewood, light a fire on it, and then cover it up. So I'm building a pit to be able to do that. And I'm going to do a 3x3 cube of firewood, which is quite a lot of firewood, and is probably going to break my my shovel, or my axe, rather. But it will mean that I won't need to make any more for quite some time. So there will be stacks of firewood all the way up to the top here, and then I'll set a fire on top of it and then cover the fire up like that, and then this hole will be gone. This hole just exists so that I can actually access the inside to be able to stack the firewood up. So yeah, that soil I don't need. All right, let's do it. Also, I'm not sure why I'm running around with tongs in my offhand. I was just so despondent about not being able to do my run of bronze that I tonged myself. Where'd I put the bowl? So, yeah, there it is. Okay, I also have tons of granite stone. Actually, you know what? All that soil. Let's start making path blocks. I'm gonna just make a big run of path blocks to free up inventory space. So I think I'm gonna want my my base ultimately to be path block base, so they can move around in it quicker. And I have all this stone, so I'll make some into cobblestone and some into path blocks. And you guys want me to make charcoal, so we'll work on that. So the reason I didn't want flammables near the charcoal pit is you can, any pit kiln, you can catch your base on fire rather easily if you're not careful, because fire will spread to adjacent tiles. So if your adjacent tiles has a fuel source, you are going to be creating a fire if you're not mindful. Anthracite is the best burning fuel. Yeah, it burns the longest. For it doesn't burn the hot. I don't think it burns the hottest, but it burns the longest. But yeah, really anything would have helped me there. Brown coal, anthracite, black coal, charcoal. Just because making bronze is not particularly difficult. It has a rather low temperature, so the temperature wasn't the concern. It was the quantity of fuel which was the concern. Yeah, coke burns the best. Yep. Okay, that was definitely a space saver. I have 64 path blocks now, rather than a bajillion stacks of granite. So let's go make the axe. Where's my axe blade? There it is. Oh, I still have one more stack. Oh well. So we're going to be cutting down trees for a while. Hope the wolves will allow me, because I know there's a lot of wolves over here. Maybe I won't go in that direction. So not all, it's also worth mentioning, just like random facts, not all wood is the same. Some wood has better defensive or better storage ratings. So when you're looking for wood, oak is a rather useful wood because oak will allow you to make tannin for leather. It's also stronger for like wooden shields and the like. And then there are... Here's the logs. So you have birch, maple, pine. Pine obviously has the resin. Acacia is also like oak for tannins. Purple heart and ebony are stronger woods and good for storage. So there's different stats of different woods. Every time I've gone north, well, you know what? I'm reclaiming this from the wolves, even though I'm missing most of my my spears because I didn't pick them up, so they despawned. I'm not going to live in fear of the wolves. If I hear growling, I'm going to fight them. Purple heart looks nice. Yeah, it does. Hey, Zero, thanks for the resub. Oh, I see resin, too. And a rift. There's resin on that tree. Resin is really important, especially when you start to do stuff like windmills and the like, because it allows you to make gears. Of course, anytime or exactly once a month. It's that time of month for you, isn't it? Does resin drop with the tree? I don't think so. Does the perspective change to first person? Oh, that's a wolf. You want to fight? I'll fight you. I won the last one. Oh, well, that's a bad start. Do over. Don't nibble me. Oh, let me out. You nibbled me. You're not playing by the rules. The rule is I attack you, you don't attack me. It's not fair, but human strong. Ow, that one hurt. Oh, it's running, though. I mortally wounded it. If I had my other spears, this would be a little easier. Yeet! Aw, man. Nope. No, you don't. Really? Deeper into the water? Man, your lizard brain doesn't work so well. My lizard brain don't work so well either. Here, little spear. Where are you? There's like an angry wolf climbing after me. Oh, you're really down there. Oh. Okay. Got it. Where'd he go? Are you drowning? I'm back with your bushmeat. I need to fill my protein needs for the month. Oh, shoot. You're pissed. And throwing underwater doesn't really work all that well. Gotcha. Slicing you up. And another loser dog that doesn't give me meat. But that's because their body weight was low. They're, like, emaciated. So, not a lot of yield. Also, because I get asked about fishing. That's a fish. You know? If I'm killing wolves, I don't really need to go fishing, I suppose. There's protein in the fishies. They're just not a lot. And hunting them is, in a way, even harder than hunting wolves. Because they swim away and you swim slow. So, I generally just leave them alone. I might start another fire pit, because if I remove that fire pit, it gets really annoying where all of the ores spill out. So I'm just gonna have 2 fire pits. It's gonna be easier, I think. Let's go ahead and stack our peat up here. Up, I guess there. Just to store it, get it out of my inventory. Trying to think of other ways to get rid of stuff in my inventory. So I'm going to be using this pine to cut into firewood, combine the raw bushmeat, and we'll have a bushmeat luau here. Also, I extinguished my torches. Great, good job me. Where's my fire starter? Another thing I wanted to do is the metal axes are really good for cutting down trees, but I don't want to use the metal axe's durability for chopping up firewood, because the flint axe can chop up firewood just fine. So I'm going to have one of each type, because when you cut firewood like this, and it uses up the durability of the axe. So I might as well use up the durability of a flint axe, which is not particularly great at cutting down trees, and then leave the durability of the tree cutting axe alone, as just a strategy of sorts. All right, we'll have. Actually, I'm going to add a little more firewood to this. I should have done this in peat, actually, because I'm using my firewood for charcoal. So I'll add some peat to that bushmeat fire. There we go. And then the way this works, and you have to do, you can't have any gaps. So this is really important. When you're trying to make charcoal, it has to be gapless. So holding Control and Shift at the same time will stack quicker. And you want to stack your firewood up so that there's no gaps anywhere. Because if there's gaps, the process will fail, and you will have done a lot of work for nothing. And feel bad about yourself. So make sure that you stack it very carefully. Maybe not wise to build a campfire next to my thatch bed. You're probably not wrong. Should probably move the bed or move the fire or both. But yeah, the using two different axes, one for cutting down the trees and one for logging them, is probably a good way to go about it, I think. Here, for those that were concerned, I'll move the bed further away from the active fires. As soon as I have inventory space, I am dealing with storage juggle. Wow, I really thought the flint axe would break there. So we're almost a third done with the firewood I need. The metal axes, and the higher level metals that you have in your tools, the faster it will do the work that you need to do. So obviously, like, steel tools are going to cut down trees very quickly, and steel picks, you know, so on and so forth. So high quality tools yields high quality results, in other words. And I'm barely out of the Stone Age, so everything takes a long time and is effortful. Ow. Come on. Oh, I didn't... Oh, yeah, that's my pine log wall. I'll leave that as is. So this is just so that the bed is at lower risk of... Oh, now I'm stuck. There's a lot of cleanup to be done, but, like, this isn't my permanent base, so I really don't care too much about it. Also, because that wolf... every other case where I took damage, but I died. So this is a really good indicator of, like, what happens when you take a lot of damage, but you don't die, of, like, how slow you'll heal, because it is a very slow process. One axe down. Oh, I heard you. Thought I heard a wolf. That was a shovel. I mean, I need a shovel because my shovel's about to break, but that's not what I meant to build. And a pine cone. What time is it in game? 8. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. How long until I can make clothes? Well, you never really make clothes, but armor, very long time. I can't answer these questions, though, because the priorities that I work on are determined by voting. So it really depends on how you guys vote. Because I am not deciding the work I do. So if I just beelined it to try to get bronze armor, I could have gotten it by now from the start of the stream, but that wasn't what was voted on, so it takes longer. How much longer is not up to me. Can you make better handles for your tools? Nope. The only thing that affects tools is the material that it's made out of. No other factors matter. How many days left until the temporal storm? I'm not sure. Alright, that's enough for one layer, and I should probably be able to get the rest of the layers done tomorrow. And the charcoal itself will take a while to burn, or to process, I should say. So it's one of those, like, alright, once I have it done, you know, I can continue with the weapon, or the smelting once I have the charcoal. But this will give me a nice abundance of charcoal, where I won't have to process anymore for a long time. Again, dependent upon how much smelting I do. If I end up, like, mass-producing copper, then that might not be true. Let's cook the rest of that bushmeat. Yeah, you can have bone for some of your tools, just not all of them. So generally speaking, tools are without bones, but There are exceptions to that. I don't even have the soil to block myself in here. You're able to make a door, if you're wondering why I'm just like walling it up. You're able to make a door once you have a saw. Then you can actually saw wood into planks for doors. But there's actually a pretty good reason to wall this off anyway, which is food keeps longer when you're like in a cellar. So walling it like this preserves my food a little bit more. Oh, I can hear them. Hear the drifters. So this bushmeat, for instance, is good for 16 days as a result of me taking care of it. Whereas this raw red meat is going to spoil pretty soon. Oh, I'm in a cellar. Definitely. Look at my food spoilage. 0.19. Definitely, this is cellar. What tools can you make with bone? You'll have to Google it. I don't know off the top of my head. Got the last of the bushmeat. If your satiety is full, there's no point in eating. So it would allow me to eat bushmeat, but eating the bushmeat won't fulfill my protein needs until I'm actually hungry. So there's not much of a point just like mowing down extra food. You just waste it. There is a shoddy door that does not need a saw, but it doesn't enclose a room. It acts as if the room is open. Obviously, it protects me from like drifters, but it doesn't protect food. All right. So I have a 0.4. Yeah, let's eat this. The rest. Actually, no, I'm not gonna eat that. I'm gonna have the bushmeat. You'll see my max HP go up. So right now my max HP is 21.1. Now it's 21.3. And the reason it went up is I started fulfilling my protein needs. So if you fulfill all of your needs, fruit, vegetable, grain, protein, and dairy, you get a lot more hit points. So there's a benefit to really making sure that you're well fed. It is 6 in the morning. Okay, let's go on out there. Sounds like there's drifters to greet us. Wonder if we could find like big honkin' trees. Did you just throw? Oh, you little bastard! Oh, you wanna have a throwing contest? Yeah. Doesn't feel so good to be on the receiving end of the throw. Oh, there's your safety in numbers. That's right. Dead by me. So the reason I haven't done a lot of caving is caves will very commonly be full of those things, like half a dozen or more. And if you don't have some basic armor and basic weapons, you will be absolutely beaten to death by like stones and by mauling. So there's not much point, in my opinion, for me to start caving until like I have the equipment to actually survive it, because otherwise I'm just going to be a perpetual corpse, which is not fantastic. Kind of feels bad, man. There's a lot of right bushes. So one of the reasons to pick a lot of berries just constantly, apart from fulfilling your fruit needs, is you can purposely rot the fruit into rot and then compost the rot as a way to fertilize soils. So that's why even though I'm not necessarily going to eat all the berries I'm picking, like at least they'll serve a purpose. God, these pine trees suck. I need like the big chunkers. I don't want to go too far into the woods, though, because bears. That was a better tree. Oh. Pink bonnet. Hurts me when I eat. Anything you're looking at, you can see what it does just by hitting Shift H and brings up the encyclopedia. I'm not really interested in eating poisonous mushrooms. Is it a Minecraft copy? It is not. No. If, here. Here's a little blurb. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. Thank you for tuning in to Vintage Story, which originally streamed live on Twitch November 9th. If you have any questions for me, please let me know in the comments below. But if you're looking to provide feedback, I'm not looking for backseating for this series. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to keep this series going, make sure to vote for it when it comes up in the polls. The best way to be informed is to join Discord. A link can be found in the description of this video or at Rhadamant.com. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell.